Hi, and welcome to this video on Python web apps and Excel integration with Anvil and Pixel. In this video, we'll explore how to create a web application in Python and how functionality from that web application can be integrated into Microsoft Excel. Web applications are a great way to share calculations, algorithms, and ideas with others. Most users are also familiar with Microsoft Excel, and accessing the same calculations in Excel can often be extremely powerful. Anvil is a solution that enables developers, analysts, and data scientists to deploy their Python code as web apps using only Python code. Pixel is an Excel add-in that integrates Python into Microsoft Excel. The rest of this video will show how we can quickly deploy a Python model to the web, and later we'll show how we can also deploy the same model to Microsoft Excel. The Black-Scholes pricing model for financial options is a well-known model for pricing European options. If that means nothing to you, don't worry. Just think of this as an example Python function that takes some inputs and calculates an output. You can still follow along. We'll build a web application that runs this model and then show how the same model can be run in Excel. To start with, we first log into Anvil or create a free account. Then, we create a new application using one of the themes available. We rename our application. And now start adding controls to our application using Anvil's drag and drop interface. I'll add a grid panel and then some of the inputs we'll need for our model. We can set placeholder values so the form isn't blank when it first opens. I'll also add a result value that we'll set to the result of the calculation. We can also change the names of the controls so that it's easier to reference them from our code, which we'll add shortly. Once we're happy with how the form looks, we can run it just to check. You'll see there's no result yet because we've not added any code. To add the code, we stop the app and flip to the Code tab for the form. Here we'll add a new calculate method and call that when the form opens. In the calculate method, we can set the value of the result text control we added earlier, and we can get the values of the input controls we created. If there's no value, we use the control's placeholder value. Now we've got all the inputs, we can call our model to calculate the value of the option. Again, if you're not familiar with option pricing, then don't worry. It's just a function that takes some numbers and calculates another number. We write the model as a server function. This is Python code that runs on a back-end server that we call from our client, or front end. To write a server function, we create a new server module, rename it, and then we write our function. To make it callable from our front-end code, we add this anvil.server.callable decorator. Back in our form code, we can now call this backend server function using anvil.server.call and set the result on our result control. The last thing we need to do is bind the change event for each of our inputs to the calculate method. That way, whenever an input is changed, the form will recalculate. When we run the app, as we change the inputs, the output is recalculated. We've created a really useful app that we can share with our colleagues so that they can run our model through this web-based interface. Making this same model available through Excel can be achieved using Pixel, the Excel Python add-in. Pixel is a commercial product and you can download a trial from www.pixel.com. Once you've installed Pixel following the installation instructions, you can expose any Python function to Excel. Here's a simple Python function, and just by adding Pixel's Excel func decorator and adding this module to the Pixel config, the function appears in Excel. In order to run our Anvil model in Excel, we will use an additional package, Anvil Pixel. This can be downloaded or cloned from GitHub and contains everything we need to call our Anvil model from Excel using Pixel. In our Pixel config file, we first add a reference to the Anvil Pixel project we've just downloaded. In the Anvil Pixel config file, you'll see there's a token that we need to fill in. This is what Anvil call a client uplink key that enables the Anvil server module to be called from another client, Excel in our case. To get the Anvil client uplink key, we go back to our Anvil app and select uplink. Here we can find the client key and copy that to our Anvil Pixel config. To expose our server function to Pixel, we need to add the XL-func decorator as we saw earlier. To do that in Anvil, we first have to clone the Pixel Anvil app by going to pixel.anvil.app. Once that's completed, we go back to our app and add Pixel as a dependency. Then, in our server code, we can import the XL-func decorator from the Anvil Pixel package and apply it to the function we want to expose to Excel. Now the decorator has been applied, and Pixel and the Anvil Pixel packages have been configured with the client key, we can reload the Pixel add-in and our model function appears in Excel. The function can be entered in Excel as a formula, and if you look in the function wizard, all of the argument names and function help we added in the doc string are visible. The code is still being run in the cloud on the Anvil servers, and so any changes to the Anvil application will be reflected in Excel without needing to change anything on the local PC. Anvil enables writing web apps using just Python without the need for any specialist web programming skills, and Excel is an excellent way for users to interact with models and code in a more free-form way. If you would like to learn more about how Anvil or Pixel can help your business, please contact us.